Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, to yet another episode of the Broverwatch podcast. I'm, of course, here joined with Calder Amos Wood. Calder, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm alright. I also forgot to say my name, which is Adam Cook. For those of you joining us for the first time, the Broverwatch podcast is a podcast where two little boys sit down and talk about the Overwatch League.
Is that better?
Yeah, it is. News and games over the past week. And
Best esport of the year.
Best esport of the year, according to the Game Awards. Lots of people online going, that's not an esport.
Dead game.
A lot of people saying it didn't even get close to the viewership that League of Legends did. Well, let me tell you this. Which year is League of Legends in, huh? Which year's Overwatch in, huh?
How many viewers does League of Legends usually get?
A lot. Probably I think their minimum is around 100K.
That was max-ish for Overwatch League.
Exactly. But we were season 1, they're season 49? Anyway.
Yeah. We're just gonna my dad.
We're gonna jump right into this. We're gonna start off.
My dad's older than me.
Is your dad older than you?
Mm.
Can you prove that? He shrugged for you audio listeners. He shrugged for the amount that he opened his mouth during his shrug. I'm surprised no sound came out. Now he's just making noise with no content. We're going to start off with a little bit of a boy here. It's the patch update. Who posts these patch update GIFs again? I feel like we should give him a shout out.
I don't know. I'll find it. You
okay.
Talk.
So he gave... I'm going to bump down the resolution of this GIF. I've never said that in my life. Got to bump the resolution of this GIF down.
/it's JIEYANG.
Shout out to that guy, because he's been doing this for, I think, just over a year now. So they're very useful.
He has a Patreon, too.
Go give to that. Or give him a little Christmas gift. Anyway, to start things off, McCree is getting a buff. His Fan the Hammer damage per bullet hit is increased from 45 to 55. That's 10 more damage per bullet.
So that's 60 more damage.
That's a lot.
It's there was a post outlining all the things he can do now. So if you combo it fan, flash, hit, punch, or whatever. I didn't memorize any of them because I'm not a nerd.
Fan, flash, hit, punch.
Also, I never play McCree, but
I do, but I never use Fan the Hammer. Maybe I will now.
I do when I get scared.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
I did see one clip where you were 1v1ing our friend Jaden, and you only used Fan the Hammer and only didn't hit him.
Well, I was hoping for a miracle. Anyway.
Next up on the batch is...
People have been wanting this, though I don't know why.
For a long time.
Bastion.
They buffed Bastion's recon mode.
And he has a tighter spread when in turret mode.
Yeah. The recon mode thing is whatever. It's cool. Fine.
Reload less.
I don't know if we needed the less spread.
Yeah. Because he already kind of kills everything. I guess at our low elo.
Yeah, he's kind of... We'll see how this plays out. This will be good for some of our friends who are Bastion 1 tricks.
Yeah.
Not 1 tricks.
I don't know if he needed that.
He didn't. I don't think. From a personal standpoint, I don't think he needed it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think he could have used it. I think he, in fact, was in no need of it at all.
Yeah, because he's a niche hero. He doesn't need to be used. I don't know. It's just weird.
It is weird. And by 33%, that's a kind of a significant amount, too.
Yeah. If you look at the GIF, just look how tight the circle is.
It's so tight. It killed him probably a full 2 seconds faster.
Yeah.
That's a yikers for me.
Now imagine getting that as a widow.
As a guy who plays tanks,
Yeah, that's
who are really easy to be, like, who die real fast to Bastion.
Mm-hmm.
That's a yikers from me.
Yeah.
Next up, Torbjorn.
Can I say something before we do this?
Yes.
Wouldn't it just be a buff to tanks if they made it so CC affected them a little less?
That's interesting.
Like, since they're so much bigger than like a Junkrat or something.
So it's like, since
Like
they're
Dukes
easier
is-
to hit, they don't get affected as much?
Well, just like if you think about it in terms of logic, and I know people say that doesn't need to come into effect, but
Real world physics.
Diva or like Roadhog and Junkrat get booped the same, but one's 800 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
It doesn't make much sense.
No.
You know? So maybe they could just try that.
It would be nice if I didn't go, to the moon every time there's a Junkrat nearby as Rhine.
Yeah, it's just kind of like...
And here's the thing. Maybe it's just because he's so big, so, like, my brain is kind of, like, making up for the size difference. But I really feel like when I get booped by a junk mine, I go way higher than when, like, a Tracer does.
Yeah.
When I'm a big boy. I touched the roof on Lijiang Market.
Yeah, it's just... It's weird that they get affected the same. Anyway.
Next up. Molten
That's what I'd be doing if I was Jeff.
Boy B. Honestly,
Don't
this
know
is
if
fine.
This needed a thing either. But
I think it's fine. Because I think at first people were like, that's a lot of damage. And then they were like, oh, wait, I can just not stand in it.
Mhm.
So then it was like, okay, it needs I don't know if it needed a 30 damage per second buff.
It's kind of a yikes for squishies, but...
More else squishy.
Alright.
Like for Tracer, if you're standing in there for 1 second, you're dead.
Less than 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
So that's a
Kinda
little bit of
yikes.
a roughy boy. So yeah. I think it's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Because Tracer can also friggin' dash out of there, so
Mhm.
it'll
Or
be
rewind.
yikes for Zen.
Yeah. Zen and Ana.
Well, Ana can, you know what I mean?
I guess.
She can use her grenade.
Brigida got a little nerf.
Yeah,
like
little
everyone's
nerf.
been asking. Her damage on Shield Bash has been reduced from 50 to 5.
We've
think
talked
we've said
about this one a
before.
little bit, yeah.
Bit of an overkill, I think.
I
Bit of an
don't think so.
overcorrection. Well, 50 to 5, like,
I don't think so.
anyway. It seems like they jumped quite a bit.
I think
Anyway.
it's fine.
And she also
'Kay,
doesn't
yeah,
pass through
okay.
barriers.
Maybe not 5.
Yeah.
Maybe down to 15. I think 15
Yeah.
would be reasonable. Because then it's
'Cause
like you're
it's-
not going to use this to kill people, but you can.
hmm
5, that's a flashbang.
I think it's less than a flashbang. I think flashbang's 25. Yeah.
I
And
feel like
she's
this was all
smashing you in the face.
prediction. Ready? This was just to shut people up. Because now people are going to be like, her shield bash is useless. And then Jeff's going to be like, we told you so. We're going to turn up the damage to 400. And then it's going to be like...
Or just 25. That's an option too, boys.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how that
but
works.
She doesn't pass through shields now, so that's what people have been screaming for.
And the
and it's
Inspire
here.
was buffed.
Uh-huh.
So cooldown
she's more of a
reduced,
healer.
duration increased, and total healing increased. So that's good. It's almost like she's in the support category or something.
Yeah.
Huh.
Weird.
Although honestly, there's. I don't want to talk like I know everything because everyone knows I don't. But there have been people talking about whether or not this nerf / buff, this adjust, is going to help or go against goats. I think to an extent it will help goats because you won't have... it'll go against goats because a lot of the time it's like, okay, we need a damage healer. Let's go Brig because she's kind of a DPS, but she can also provide some heals. And now it's like, oh, she just heals. But then at the same time, it's like a big portion of goats is also the stun shatter. And now that's not a thing anymore because you can't stun through the shield. So that's good. Someone did make an argument that it's going to help goats, and I forget why.
Just maybe because it's more healing.
Yeah.
And
oh, yeah, because I guess Rally is like,
better.
hey, let's get too much health before we go into this next fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just added decay on that.
Oh, right. It's because, like, yeah, you can get a friggin' Joan Act Out Zen where they have 900 health or something. Anyway.
Yeah. They can have, like, base 300 because armor goes below shields. So you have to knock down 150 before you get at that armor. I don't know. Just weird.
We'll see how it works. I hope it gets rid of goats, but I doubt it. Next up, Doomfist.
Yeah. I feel like these... Like, they've been talking about this for a long time. I kind of forgot that this was happening.
Honestly, this is something it says nerf. I mean, I guess, yeah, it is a nerf to Doomfist. But I feel like it's more of a, why would it not be this way in the first place?
Yeah.
Like, why is it that when you punch the ground near someone, why would they come towards you?
Yeah. It's weird. And then, like, why, when you punch someone in the ear, do they not move?
Yeah.
Especially when you have so much air control in the game.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So Doomfist isn't as much a nerf to me as it is a
It's
fix.
normal now. Now the slam.
The slam range is a big nerf.
Yeah.
Because you can't fly across the map anymore.
Yeah. And then the alt range, or the alt nerf, wasn't really what people wanted, but it's good.
Yeah.
I think people just wanted more of a, like, I'm doing this alt now. Not a, oh, I'm gone.
Yeah.
You know?
But you can still combo with Grav and get a bunch of killies. You can still, there's still things to do with it. It's just you can't murder a billion people by landing near them.
Yeah.
Which will be nice.
There's a soldier. What is this? Buff? Adjustment? Yeah. That makes sense that it's just an adjustment.
What, the Helix rocket thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to make of this. I'm not sure if this changes really anything. I think it makes his ult a bit higher skill.
I think it changes a lot. I mean, his ultimate is aimbot, so I don't think it changes the skill. I just think it just changes how much damage output you do.
Well, like having to aim the Helix rockets is more skilled than not.
Honestly, thinking about it now, I've never used a Helix rocket during TAC Visor, which now I'm like, man, I should have. Although then again, I also played Soldier for the first time since launch last week. Other than Mystery Heroes, so. And of course, the biggest news of them all, this will affect the meta.
Mm-hmm. Very important.
It'll
affect the arcade meta.
It's snowing in Blizzard World.
They also did it to Hanamura. I was playing today.
Hanamura. Well, yeah, that's from a previous patch.
I wasn't playing then.
Oh. I like that they're doing that. I thought they were going to do one map each year.
I'm almost at a year of playing Overwatch.
I thought that there was going to be one map each year. Like it was Eichenwald.
Like they just rotated around.
Yeah. But luckily, they just add one. So maybe at some point, every map will look like Christmas at Christmas. Every map will look like Halloween at Halloween. That'd be cool.
In like 20 years.
Yeah, in like 20 years.
How many maps are there, asshole?
12.
Well, there aren't.
I don't know how many maps there are.
I think there's 16. 15 or 16.
In 20 years, he says.
Oh, sorry. 16 years, you cuck. You're a fucking cucklord.
You're making me cry.
Anyway, along with this patch, we get the away versions of the already owned Overwatch League skins.
I think this is going to be a somewhat overlooked yet very consumer friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. You don't usually throw consumer friendly around when you're talking about video game developers because they're a little, what? You know what I mean? So, but this is very consumer friendly. It's nice.
Very funny of you, Adam.
A little upset though, because I got the seasons, what's it called? Galactic Pass.
Oh, All Access Pass.
All Access Pass. And it gave me the Away Zen skin.
Mm-hmm.
I had already purchased the Home Zen skin. So now, if I hadn't purchased that Home Zen skin, I would have gotten it anyway, and I could have spent that on something else.
Oh no.
Oh no. I'm a first world boy, as they say. Anyway, this is a really cool thing to do, and they're not even making a big deal out of it. They're just like, oh, it's a thing now. You get them.
Well, it makes sense.
Yeah, so that's super neat.
Just give it to me. Anyway, too bad I play on the account that I didn't use all my Overwatch League tokens on.
I mean, you could just play on the other account a little.
No, I don't really want to switch back.
Ever?
It's bronze.
That's true.
Mid-bronze.
That's true.
This one's high-ish silver.
Also,
high mid-silver. I don't want to have to
what's
climb.
a better name? Chicken Wing Boy or Big Diddy? Where everyone, for some reason, reads it as Daddy, even though it clearly says Diddy.
Yeah. I and A are very hard to confuse.
One's
It's
like
not
this,
like
one's
I
like
and
this.
L. Yeah.
Anyway, I think Chicken Wing Boy, because there's no vowels other than boy.
Well, it wouldn't fit.
It would, and
My
then
roommate
fit.
is making something that reminds me of my grandma's house.
Thank you for the update.
And it smells good. Anyway, DC added more people a long time ago, but we didn't have a podcast then.
I mean, we did have a podcast.
No, it wasn't existing, and we didn't talk about them because
they released this
they
last year in September.
They weren't alive either.
They'd never been born.
So they added Hyunwoo, who played for Metabellum, World Game Star H2, and is a Korean support. They also...
I feel like we talked a little bit about this.
Fozic? No, we didn't at all.
No, I think we did, though.
No, we didn't. Scroll down.
No, I think we did, though.
What do you mean?
Because I remember us talking about whether or not we like the comic book.
Yeah, we talked about DC last week, but they hadn't announced these 4 characters.
Oh, these 4 characters.
Yeah.
They just released them.
So Fozix.
Okay, I thought you just meant all of them. I apologize.
No, played for NRG, and he's a American support. Guido, Seoul Dynasty, pretty much just a flexi boy, flexible like this. And Otto from Shanghai, Korean DPS. So that makes what? 3, 4,
8,
5 Korean players, 3 American players.
Yeah, so 8 total.
Yeah. Nice math. Quick maths.
Now, as this was being released, almost everyone on the planet was going, cool. And then also saying Washington's going to be the worst team in the entire league. And I feel like people should hold their breath till they pass out. No, I'm joking. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are over and underestimating a lot of teams. If you guys remember, no one thought Gladiators or Boston were going to do well. Then they did very well. No one thought that Dallas or Seoul were going to do bad. Then they both did do that bad.
Well, the thing, Seoul, people talk about Seoul like they
didn't do bad. They just
like all
underperformed.
Their entire family was murdered.
No one talks about
That's
that.
how well, they're like, Seoul was the worst team in the league.
No one says
But
that. They were the most disappointing team in the league. because
But-
everyone was like, they're gonna wipe the floor with everybody, and then they didn't do that.
And then during the pre-show, did you watch the pre-show?
Mm.
They were like, they could be good or they could just be another Seoul. And it's like, okay, use Dallas. Dallas did really bad. Seoul did did make the playoffs. Just out of the playoffs.
Yeah, but what if that's what they meant? What if they meant they could be really good or they could just be a mid-tier
No, but,
team?
like they were talking about bottom of. Anyway,
They were talking about what?
Like bottom of the league teams.
Um,
Anyway, I don't want to get into this, but I think the one thing people aren't realizing is that there's going to be players that we don't think are going to do well that are going to do very well this season.
Here's the thing. Some people, if I pick someone that's well-known in the contender scene, I'm going to get ripped apart. But, like, some people might not really know Sam very well.
I think that's a safe bet.
Okay. Some people might not know Sam very well. Sam. All right? They might go...
Or they might just underestimate how they translate to the Overwatch League.
They might go, cool name. Don't know who you are.
What,
Probably
is he a
gonna...
font?
You're no Addo. You're no Yanis. And then watch this. Sam's going to be the best diva in the gosh darn league, and then we're going to be like, whoa.
Wouldn't say that, but...
No, I'm saying it's a possibility. You never know.
There's always, in every season, a rookie's going to pop off. And everyone's going to be like, oh my god.
Let me say this. Going into season 1, not a boy in the world knew who Jonak was.
Now everyone wants to touch his penis.
You ruined the podcast. Not a boy knew who Jonak was. And they were like, who's this Jonak boy? I didn't see him out at the World Cup or Apex. Actually, I think he might.
Mm-mm.
No, I know he wasn't at World Cup.
He was off ladder.
Okay, good. But I've never seen this boy in my life. He's going to ride the bench. And then he was the best boy in the boy. So that could happen, boys. So stop.
You said boys so many times.
Here's the thing. I'm not saying Washington's going to be the best team in the league. I'm not saying they're going to be the worst team in the league. I'm saying everybody is, including us, everybody is acting like they know exactly where each team is going to place.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, none of us know.
Yeah.
We'll see. Of course, it's fun to speculate, though.
My future championship, San Francisco Shock could all get the flu at the same time.
I mean, they're
Or they
young
all get
boys.
mono
Their
'cause they all
parents
kiss
probably
each
didn't
other.
vaccinate them.
Jesus. Anyway, we should move on. Panker, some guy.
Dude, who is
Oh,
that? Guys.
No,
Who's Panker?
he's on a 2-way contract with the Gladiators.
The Glads.
Not sure how much this really means. Not sure if he'll actually play.
My main thing is, when they announced Roar, everyone was like, guys, like, that's cool and all, but why would you not get Panker? You can just get Panker. He's right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, nah. And now they're like, okay.
And they're like, oh, maybe once we'll play him.
Maybe. My guess is, because wait, Roar isn't on a 2-way, is he?
No.
So my guess is they signed Roar, and they're going to play Panker, and if Panker proves to be better, or at least on par with Roar, then they'll bring him up.
Or it could be for scrim, so he can practice with the team,
Mm-hmm.
too. So I'm not sure if there's contract stipulations around that.
Mm-hmm.
But they were in, like, trials, scrims together. Panker and Roar.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably were like, Panker's really good, guys. Every fan in the world. But, Roar's fits better with our team or something like that.
Yeah. They're probably just testing it out.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to have that as an option.
Yeah.
Guys.
So he's still going to be on Gladiators Legion.
Yep.
Next, Fitz to Seoul Dynasty. DPS. Here's the funny thing, though. He's only played in, like, trials and open division. Korean trials and open division.
That's interesting.
So he's not a contenders player.
I realized that there's a couple that I didn't even realize that have been signed to teams where, like, the highest they've played is Contenders Trials. There's one other person who I forget who it is.
Krillin.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It would be so cool if someone who hasn't even played in Contenders came and just, like, wrecked them.
Yeah.
Like Jonak, for example.
We'll see how well season.
We'll have to see.
And then the last signing for the week, boys and girls.
And
Alemao.
I made you uncomfortable.
Alemao is on Boston. Now here's something. Everyone's like, oh, Boston's gonna be fucking garbage, trash, stick little boys. But I'm kind of excited to see how Boston does, because they've got this kind of like New England Patriots-y vibe. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's just the colors.
No, because of their like team structure. New England doesn't really have good players ever, but
Thomas
they've got
Brad.
Yeah, but they've got Tom Brady. We don't know how. I think it's Huck that's the coach, right?
Yeah.
We don't know how he is as a coach. But if
all
he's
we
good,
know is he's kind of a little bit of a doucher.
Yeah. So hopefully he's still a good coach, though. And this team could be good. Just because the players are like from a bunch of different places and fairly unknown doesn't mean that they're going to be bad. I think that's what people in the league scene aren't realizing. That you can have players that aren't known, but they're also pretty good. Like, they don't have to be a huge streamer to be good or win contenders.
Yep.
We'll see. He's from Brazil Gaming House, who kind of cleaned up and was on the World Cup team for Brazil.
Mm-hmm. Which, speaking of streamers doing well, we don't have this on the list, so I'll just touch on it briefly. Kefri's been playing in Korean contenders a little bit. Mm-hmm. He's been playing with bad ping, but he's been doing pretty well. He's been popping off a little bit.
Yeah. Jane reviewed one of his VODs. Haven't watched it.
I read a comment on that video, and it was pretty much saying that Kefri just plays really defensively and a bit weirdly because clearly he can't communicate perfectly with his team. Mm-hmm. So he just plays defensively and gets a couple pops. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
So, I don't know.
Even though we talked trash on him a little bit in the past, good for him for working for it. And I hope he does well.
For doing the thing that he said he wasn't going to do.
Yeah. So now I hope he does well and there's a redemption arc in his future.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, getting on to the fatty
I don't want to talk
fat.
about it anymore.
Getting on to the fatty fat.
Uh-huh.
Getting on to the fat part of the news. Okay, that was all the little pipsqueak stuff. All right.
We're gonna. Here's what it is. Okay. It's like that. You know the door in Willy Wonka?
Which one? There were a lot of doors.
Like the very first one.
The gate?
No, not the gate. But like when they go through the door. Shut up. Oh, sorry, there's a clip. Where it goes from like a big door and then it goes into a little one.
Oh, the one where it's like a tunnel and then it's a big door and it goes into a little one?
Yeah. The way the door's fairly like human size, normal human size.
And then it gets
maybe a bit bigger. And then it gets little. We're on the little side, but we're going to the fatty fatness right now. We're building it up.
So ready? Here's the sound effect of us walking down that hallway to the smaller door. And we're here.
So first, color changes. Philadelphia.
Can you give me 1 second?
One Mississippi. Philadelphia.
I didn't say a Mississippi. I just said a second. I didn't need a full Mississippi.
has changed their base color in their icon. These are icon color changes. We haven't seen skins yet or anything like that, or jerseys. Changed their base icon color to black from white, or from white to black. That makes more sense. And then changed their P color from black to white. So black background, orange fusion thing, and then white P. You can just look this up.
I know, it's loading right now. Too long.
Oh. The Valiant have changed their background color to, I don't know what color that is, but it looks a little darker.
Foresty green.
Darker green than the green they had before.
It looks more like a foresty green than a green.
Turquoise. And then my dear, oh beloved, oh baby boy, oh shock, changed their base color from orange to gray, and their logo color from white to orange.
Here's the thing. This is gonna make you upset.
The shock looks the worst.
Both of them look. All three of them look better, except the shock one. It looks significantly worse.
So all two of them. Why'd you say all three of them look better except the shock? It looks
to psych you out and get your hopes up that you thought I was on your side. Okay, there we go. It loaded. Honestly, I think the Philadelphia one looks better because it makes the P pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Philadelphia one is like, oh, that's how it should have been.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The Philadelphia one isn't a color change. It's just a logo change. Or not even a logo change. They just swapped the black and white to make it look better. The Valiant is a color change. They changed the shade of green. It looks a little...
I'm still kind of out on the Valiant one. I'm not 100% in on it.
You know how like you have pencil crayons and there's like orange and there's yellow orange and then there's yellow and then there's green, forest green, lime green. The original one was green. Now they have forest green.
Yeah.
Pencil crayons.
It goes from best to worst. Best being Philly, worst being San Francisco. I don't know why San Francisco changed.
The shock one looks so much worse. They went, hey, look, you can read our logo. Let's make us not able to do that anymore. Bad.
Yeah, I just don't get why they did that.
Stupid. Still,
anyway,
are you still
I'll
a fan?
Support them till I die.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm gonna get them tattooed on the tip of my cock.
You really ruin everything that I'm part of.
Next, after those big color changes, big news, boys.
This Twitch clip is not gonna play.
Just like skip into like 2 seconds in, because that's when you get the full.
I think you're overestimating how easy this is gonna be.
Garbage internet. Anyway, I'll read them off for you guys, since this is an audio podcast too. Schedule changes. Teams play 28 matches. We knew that before. All-Star game between or played after stage 2. We kind of knew that before. But the biggest ones, Thursday, Friday. There's games at, these are Pacific time. We'll get into time change after. Pacific time at 4, 5:30, 7, and 8:30. So that's Thursday, Friday. Saturday, Sunday games this season, big boys. Those games are played at 12, 1:30, 3, and 4:30. So, what they've done, added games Sunday, 4 games a day instead of 3, and they've pushed it back a couple hours, I believe.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 hours?
Yeah.
So that EU people can watch some. Now, slight gripe with this. They have 1.5-hour slots. Regularly, games go over that, though.
It's the same that they did last time, though, where it's like, we'll end at like 10 o'clock Eastern time, and then they actually end at midnight. Midnight, maybe 1 o'clock.
Yeah. So...
oh, wait, no. They said that they'd end at 11:30, and they usually ended at 1.
Yeah.
Eastern time.
So it kind of seems like they're still shooting themselves in the foot with this scheduling, because it's like, we all know you're not going to meet that really ever. Yeah. Unless they cut down on some of the breaks in between. Like
they're saying that's the rough boy, because sometimes games go faster. So they're saying if a game goes really fast, we won't start it till this time. But other than that, we'll just start it right after the last game.
Now, what I'm hoping for is they try to get rid of as many of those countdown timers as possible.
Yeah.
Because those really bothered me. Because you're just like, oh, I wanted to watch this, but I have to wait 5 minutes for anything to be on screen.
It's kind of their commercial break, except all they do is put on a timer and show us
literally
not
nothing.
very in-depth stats.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, cool. Neato.
And there's no like interactive thing either that you can do, because I know you can do interactive things on Twitch. Like they could put up some polls or something.
Here's the thing. Idea. Eventually, when they have games happening at the same time, because that will likely happen eventually, during the break, they can give you updates on the other game that's happening at the same time. Be like, here's some highlights from the game that you're not watching.
Or you just have both on and you flip over. Kind of like my grandpa does when it's basketball, football,
Calder, it's just an idea.
Baseball
Calder, it's
season.
just an idea.
No, I was just adding on.
Also,
it wouldn't
with
be
their
football season during basketball and baseball. It'd be
also
hockey.
with their TV deals, when they do eventually have games at the same time, are they going to have like Philly versus Boston on Disney XD and Houston versus Dallas on ESPN?
Maybe.
That'd be
Or
interesting.
what I'm kind of expecting is some big channel or streaming service kind of buys up the rights to Overwatch League, and you can watch it on Twitch, hopefully, and on their service. So like maybe ESPN goes, hey, we're going to buy up your streaming rights like they do with most other sports leagues, where they buy up broadcasting rights, and then you can watch these NBA games on whatever channel, like locally, but then across the US, there's different pockets. I don't know. We'll see. But what's probably going to happen is a broadcasting deal. Anyway, there's also going to be road games, which is exciting,
probably the
and
biggest
we
cool
have
thing.
to go to Toronto.
When Toronto faces Shock, or Toronto faces Houston, or Toronto faces Atlanta, because I think I'm becoming an Atlanta fan.
Yeah, I can tell. You like to just ditch everyone that's ever loved you.
That's not true. But I'm still a Houston #1 boy. We're going to go see it and not cheer for our hometown.
Yeah. I'll wear all my Shock stuff.
But
Because I'm not scared of these fucking nerds beating me up.
when Toronto faces... who would we cheer for Toronto instead of? Probably Seoul for me.
Yeah, Seoul, maybe Florida.
Yeah. Yeah. Shanghai.
I might actually cheer for Shanghai depending on how they're doing.
Guangzhou.
I like Guangzhou for sure.
Maybe Chengdu.
Yeah. Definitely. But not Hangzhou.
Not Hangzhou.
Because they have Yushu.
And Pink. And not Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
It would be so weird to cheer for Vancouver over Toronto when we live close to Toronto and we're watching
I don't
a game
really
in
give a fuck
Toronto.
about the Vancouver thing, but
I do.
I might cheer for Toronto over Vancouver.
Anyway, the point is, we should do some videos when we go to one of these games. That would be cool.
Oh, that'd be cool. Will we though? Opening
so it's
week
really cool.
schedule. Actually, are you still loading that up?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to talk about the merch thing because Nate talked about it during the... I like how I call him Nate like he's my friend.
Nathan.
Nathaniel talked about it during the watch point, and he was just kind of like, you guys don't realize this, but this is like a really big deal. Like they make the jerseys for every other league. And I think people are kind of like aren't realizing how big of a deal this is.
Can you explain what you're talking about? Because you just said merch thing, then you said Nathan said it's a big deal.
Nate Nanzer said, what's the fucking Fanatics or something? I think that's what it's called. The merch company. I don't give a fuck. But they make pretty much every jersey for every league. But you don't know who they are.
NHL?
Probably.
Football?
Hmm.
Rocket League?
This is what I've been... Who buys a Rocket League jersey? If you buy a Rocket League jersey, you need to be beat up. Anyway. I don't know. We're just going to get good merch. And hopefully people... Their wants for dad hats will be appeased.
Man,
Have
I
you
want a
loaded the
dad hat
schedule?
so bad. It's loading.
I'd wear a orange, white emblem shock hat.
I'd wear every hat.
I wouldn't.
I'd wear
'Cause
every
I love my
team's
team.
hat.
I like my team.
I'm kidding. I'd probably get 4 hats.
Who?
Houston.
Shock.
Nope.
Houston.
Yeah. That's one.
Dallas.
No. Toronto. Just because Toronto.
Oh, theirs are going to look sick, too.
Atlanta.
Black, white emblem. Yeah.
Hangzhou.
Hangzhou.
I want a pink Hangzhou hat.
You're up to 4.
Yeah.
That's it?
I said 4. You know
Yeah,
what?
but
Let me add a
it's-
5th. Let me add a 5th in there. We'll go Vancouver.
Oh, God.
He says.
The Vancouver merch is going to be so ugly.
You think so?
Look at those colors.
I think the colors are good.
The Canucks colors are the most disgusting colors in the league.
Here's the thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The colors look good with the logo. Take the logo away, no good. That's
If
just
I
my
see
opinion.
anything blue and green, is just like, oh, what are you doing, Daddy? Have you loaded this yet?
It's loaded, and then I've reloaded, but the pictures just keep on coming up black.
We're kind of just dog fucking right now.
Isn't that what this podcast is?
Are you?
I've
Loading
never heard that.
You ever heard of the Nelk Boys?
Yes, I have heard the Nelk Boys.
Yeah.
Here,
That's something they said.
it's coming up.
Just open it in the Reddit post.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I tried to open the Imgur and it was bad.
Yeah, I think it's Imgur's fuck.
Did you say Imgur?
Yeah, I say Imgur.
I think it's just because I've never said it out loud, but I always assumed it was Imgur.
Imgur sounds too wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
Imgur.
not.
Grr.
Because it's like an image.
Yeah.
So Imgur.
Looking at it now, it's image. It's like Imager.
Yeah.
It's Imager. I always read it Imgur.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an issue with my brain?
That's so crazy how people live.
What's that supposed to mean? It's crazy how people live. Okay, I've got it.
Anyway,
I've got it.
We're starting February 14th.
Mhm.
First match, grand finals rematch, baby. Better tune in or be a square boy.
I like that that's how it works. Is that how it works in most leagues?
They try to get it near the start. Or they do it on Christmas.
So yeah, I think it's cool that that's the first game.
The other big match on this day is probably Gladiators Seoul.
All 4 of them good. I think this is a good opening day.
Mm-hmm.
Boston versus New York. New York's gonna win, but
we could see how good Boston actually is.
yeah. Gladiators versus Seoul. Ooh, it's Fissure boys.
Yeah,
They gotta
that's
show
a good
Fisher
one.
who's boss.
Gladiators just focus on killing Fissure, no one else.
Yeah, and then Hangzhou versus Shanghai. That'll just be cool to see
How good this Shanghai team is.
Yeah.
And then see Hangzhou in jerseys
Oh my
and
gosh.
their skins.
Oh my goodness.
See Gushui, Crystal. Oh my god, that team's gonna be insane. People don't realize.
I think people do realize.
Those fucking okay. I have another thing to say about the watch point. They brought on these ESPN people, and they were so bad.
Did they not know what they were talking about? I
It
didn't watch that.
Seem
part.
like it. It didn't seem like it at all. Because one of them didn't.
Was it
put
like
Shock-
Jay Jonak is good? I'm surprised he didn't get traded to the fuel.
The one guy didn't put Shock in the top 10. It was just like, what What's happening?
Hey, you just sound like a salty fanboy.
I know, but like,
I'm
I feel like it's agreed that the Shock are going to be
top 10.
decent, at least make a run at the playoffs.
Yeah.
And top 10's like that territory. So, I don't know.
And they got
That was the
Krusty at
biggest-
the helm.
Yeah. Get the crust out of their eyes. Day 2, February 15th. It's right the next day after the 14th.
Good call.
Toronto plays your boys.
Toronto versus my boys. This'll be a bit interesting. I hate it how I said that. This will be interesting for my brain and my heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Because you're like,
Because my brain goes, Adam, you're from Toronto. In quotes. Cheer for Toronto, you freak. But my heart tells me I love my Houston boys.
Jake, Mooma.
Did you say Dad take my Mooma?
No, I said Jake, Mooma.
Oh, Jake, Mooma, Jake.
And then your heart will be even more wrenched because you'll be like, I don't know who to pick. And then, like a freight truck, you get hit with the Fran right in the face.
That'll be, dude. It's gonna be so weird to see DeFran walk on stage and go,
Hey, dude, let me take you on a tour during the game.
Guaranteed, he is the guy who gets interviewed after the game. Mm-hmm. Guaranteed, unless they lose horribly. But
oh yeah, they're gonna lose to fucking this goddamn mayhem team.
Yeah, you're right.
I feel like this mayhem team is just gonna be a train wreck this year.
I don't think they're gonna be as bad as people think, but I do think they're gonna be bad. I think they're gonna be in like mayhem last year territory, where they're the second or third worst, but not the worst.
It's just like, I don't know.
I really hope Atlanta wins, and then they'd interview DeFran, and then
he goes,
it's
easy
weird.
Clap.
Oh, easy clap.
Look at my tongue tricks. Anyway,
hey guys,
after DeFran,
guys, let me take you on a tour. Okay, bye guys.
After DeFran, we get hit right in the face with everyone's favorite alien, Sinatra and the boys, against a Dallas team that could actually be quite good. So I think
Dallas might actually be good.
This is an underdog game right here. Like, people are gonna look at it and be like, but this is a big game.
This is gonna be Shock proving that this is their season. Good. And this is going to be Dallas proving that they're not going to be a dumpster fire again.
So, we'll see. Hopefully it's entertaining.
I think it'll be a close game with a Shock win.
I think so. And then we've got two China teams facing off.
Yeah.
Guangzhou and Chengdu. Charge versus Hunters.
Yep.
I feel like Hunters are going to win.
I also think so. A lot of people are saying the Hunters are going to be a no good team. Like, people are saying bottom tier with Mayhem, and I'm like, are you crazy?
Yeah. Maybe we just don't know something. But I think it's because people see this all Chinese team and they're like,
meh. Yeah. Let's hope. Let's hope. I think people are just getting Shanghai flashbacks. Yeah.
Day 3, February 16th, the day after the 15th and the second day after the 14th.
First thing I'm going to say, Paris, I like their colors. Doesn't look good on here.
Change that icon. It's terrible.
You cannot see.
Make it the gold background.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Or make it the same background, but make the rooster gold.
Yeah. Just do something so that it's not just a blob.
Yeah. Anyway,
Paris versus London, Battle of EU.
That'll be cool.
Fun.
That'll be a cool match.
And it's on at a good EU time too, which is good.
That's probably intentional.
That's like late night.
I think that'll be a cool match to watch.
That's intentional. Yeah.
The
Battle of Eastern USA.
Now here's the thing. If everything that everybody is predicting on the internet is correct, this is going to be the biggest stomp we've seen in our entire lives.
Yeah, it's going to be worse than early Shanghai against anyone.
Yeah,
So
we'll see. I think Washington Justice might take a map or two. Maybe not two. I think Washington Justice might take a map and surprise people, but yeah, New York is just so good.
and I think that's probably the match where we see like Corey do better than expected, and people are like, "Oh my god, look at this guy!"
Or
So-
San Sam.
Yeah,
San Sam's going to be the best diva in the
Are you a
gosh darn
San-
league.
Are you a San Sam fan now?
San Sam's going to be the best diva
You
in the
should be a
gosh darn
Washington
league.
fan.
No,
Buy his jersey.
that's such. I don't like it.
Buy a custom hat
It's-
that says San Sam all the way around.
It is too American.
Yeah, kind of expected that though.
Yeah.
Um,
Hangzhou Spark versus the LA Valiant. That'll be a cool one. I like that.
I think this is the first Valiant game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be able to see how, like, if they are all right without Soon,
Yeah.
because they haven't really patched that hole. They still have a great team around him,
hmm
obviously, but I don't know. He was kind of a carry.
It'll be
For a
interesting to
while.
see if KSF can step up.
Mm-hmm.
Because we didn't see much of him.
Mhm.
But what little we did see of him was a little underwhelming. But I think he just wasn't used to playing on stage. And hopefully he's warmed up a bit now. Because I think he has potential to surprise people.
And what I mean, like, not saying that Soon was one of the best DPS in the world ever. I just mean that he was able to draw attention. And, like, they were like, oh, we have to kill Soon or else he's going to kill a lot of us.
And he was consistently good.
Mm-hmm.
And
So-
he was good at playing on stage. So hopefully
So not
KSF
having
can do
that,
the same.
like, distraction.
Mhm.
We'll see how they adjust.
Now this one.
This might be the highest viewership of this whole weekend,
Yeah.
just because of this Vancouver team.
And people wanting to see Shanghai's redemption. Although there will have already been a
What if Shanghai
team.
just crushes Runaway?
That would be... People wouldn't know how to react.
They'd be like, Chinese league stack. They're cheating. All boosted.
Booster
All
juice.
boosted. They all drink booster juice before.
I think Titans win it, but I think it'll be a lot closer than people think.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a weird one.
Yeah. That's
And-
a team. That's a game that'll set a team's season.
Yeah.
Because if Titans suck, that's kind of
It'll
like
be hard for them to recover from that.
Yeah. Especially with fans going, oh, I guess we should have expected this.
Yeah.
Because you know that there's going to be at least 2 posts on Reddit that's like, guys, I knew
We
Titans
shouldn't
were
have
gonna
hyped
suck
them up
shit."
so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Day 4, Houston versus Boston. This will be a little bit of a classic return because what was it? I forget which stage it was, where Houston versus Boston. Oh wait, no, it was
Stage 3?
no, it was stage 4 to see who would get into the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
And Boston and Houston had a fantastic game. And I think Houston won, but it didn't get them into the playoffs. They had to another team had to win a map,
Mhm.
and then they didn't, or something. But this will be a good match, I think. It'll just be
Yeah.
a good one.
Probably should. Probably will. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure how much to expect from Boston. So,
They're kind of a weird team. They were a weird team last season. They're a weird team this season, I think.
yeah.
And Houston, man, I do not want to get overhyped. And it's pretty easy not to get overhyped, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, very easy.
They've got pretty much the same roster,
Except for Dante.
which is what I'm excited about. But Tracer's not in the meta right now.
He's good at other heroes.
Yeah, he's really good at
And
Genji
he's
and stuff.
really good at learning
Yeah.
heroes.
So-
So you should be okay.
I think Houston, worst case scenario, lower mid tier. Best case scenario, probably just squeezing into the playoffs. Just
Like
squeezing in.
sixth.
Yeah.
Like not squeezing into the playoff like through the play-in tournament, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Because I don't think they're like top of the tier, but I think they have good synergy.
And they've got,
And
yeah, they've got, I was about to
they've
say,
got enough talent to get through.
yeah.
It's just,
And I really hope Spree sees some more time.
yeah.
'Cause
And I'm sure he will.
He will.
Because it's Azaria. Well,
It's Goats.
as of now, it's Azaria. But
I hope Goats is gone by the time the season starts.
yeah.
Philly
It's a
versus Atlanta.
Now, this will be telling us if Atlanta's actually good or not.
Yeah. The other one, it'll just be like, eh. But this will be interesting.
Because Philly has the chance to go, like, to surprise everyone and win 2 maps this first season or this first weekend.
And both of these teams have mixed rosters. Got a couple EU in there, got a couple NA in there, got a bit of Korea in there. Both of them. So
Got a couple Israel in there.
true.
QO.
I think Atlanta might also have something else. Point is, that'll be an interesting one because they're similar teams. It's just one has more experience, so we'll see.
And Philly hasn't really changed anything now that I think about it.
They just got rid of Hotba, and they signed Elk.
Two-way.
Philly doesn't
Fuck
really need to
yourself.
change anything.
Yeah, we'll see.
Gladiators versus Shock. Shock gonna get demolished.
Yeah, this will be like.
You're actually agreeing with that? I was joking.
Well, I was just gonna say that this will be a good weekend to see like where they stand.
Yeah.
Pretty much, because Gladiators are looking to be a pretty good team.
Which is funny because I feel like 4 episodes or so ago, we were like, Gladiators has a big hole.
Yeah.
They look bad, and now they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, I've kind of like settled into Roar and read more and looked more into him, and seems pretty good.
And
I give him my blessing, which I know he was wanting.
of course, he needed that.
Yeah.
This will be a good game to see where each of these teams stands.
Yeah. And then
Seoul versus Fuel, baby. I'm hoping that this game is as entertaining as their first matchup against each other was in stage 1. It won't be, but I'm hoping it will be.
yeah.
And thus is the end. That is all the games. I think, honestly, they did a really good job of having each day, especially day 1, have matchups that will draw people in because they're all good.
Yeah. Yeah, this is it's going to be a good weekend and hopefully a great season. I'm getting a little more excited, but it's still more than 2 months away.
More than 2 months?
What day is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was the 14th, it'd be 2 months away. It's also the anniversary of the statue of
Liberty.
believe so.
That's a cool fact.
No, the statue of Westminster.
Oh, that's important.
Don't know why that's in my calendar. We don't really need to go through the time comparison. You can do that on your own. But there's another big oh boyo story here. Oh boy, big boy. Dynasty is going to be sued and dead.
Not true, but we'll try to go through this quick, but there's a lot to cover here.
They did a shit meet and greet basically. That didn't listen to any of their fans' concerns.
By the way, this is all coming out because they're doing a show match versus Guangzhou, and people are like, "Yay! There's a fan event," and then pretty much it's come forward that if you remember, their last fan event was garbage dog trash.
Yeah. And this one, it kind of is too. It costs a lot, especially, which doesn't make sense because you should know your demographic, which is student young people
who
don't have a lot of money.
broke.
I don't think people really wanted the match. I don't think people cared about that. They just wanted to meet the team.
Yeah.
But then they're also having the meet and greet in Aicheon, which I believe is where they had some of the Olympics when they were in Korea. So not really close to Seoul, which is where the team's name comes from, Seoul Dynasty. Guangzhou also has boosters or accused boosters on their team, which Fissure doesn't like.
Mm-hmm.
He hates boosters. They're also bringing Epic High because this is an Epic High Seoul Dynasty thing, and fans are like, why? It's going to be more about the Epic High players than the Seoul Dynasty players. And we want a Seoul Dynasty meet and greet. I want to meet Ryu Jae-hong.
Please.
This was also, they were also like, hey, we have a fan meet and greet in 3 weeks, which isn't really a lot of time to plan anything, especially when there's school and a lot of life.
Yeah.
What else is there?
They had different tiers of tickets.
Yeah.
Where each tier was significantly more than the previous tier, but didn't get you that much more.
Yeah. It goes from 30,000. Yeah, it's 30,000 won to 50,000 won to 100,000 won to 200,000 won. But when you compare that to Apex and Contenders matches, Apex and Contenders matches cost 5,000 won.
Total.
So, yeah. So the cheapest ticket is a difference of 25,000 won.
And that's for the worst seats.
Mm-hmm. And not meeting any of the players.
Yeah. So,
doesn't make much sense. Terrible business. And another creepy thing that came along with it, every ticket gets a spa pass.
Which they don't explain.
Yeah. The person here is just like, whoops, forgot another reason. All tickets come, for some unknown reason, come with a spa pass at every tier. What is that?
No clue. Weird.
Maybe
so a bad translation, but I doubt it.
I don't think so, because
what else could they mean?
Also, this girl is clearly Korean.
Yeah.
And able to translate very well. So I don't think that's what it is. I think they just want people to go to a spa.
And also, like this is the main thing. Fans have been consistently asking about a fan meet, and staff always give cryptic answers, but to no avail. Only to find out about this announcement. Terribly given, and also being held in a little less than 3 weeks. So it's pretty much like, we've been asking for a fan meet for so long, and now you go, oh, there's one in 3 weeks. Hope you can come. Also, too much money. Also, oh wait, you don't have any money or time? Okay.
Let's do some conversion here. So 200,000 won is about $240 Canadian. 200,000 won. So to meet the Seoul Dynasty players, you have to pay $240. And also, there was a whole thing last year where you couldn't take pictures by yourself. A professional photographer had to.
Yeah, and then they said, we'll send them out, and then they never sent them out.
Yeah.
And also, I just remembered, do you remember when Lil Susie Kim of the London Spitfire said, oh yeah, we want to have a meet and greet in Seoul because a lot of our fans are there, but we can't because Seoul said no. Which I can't remember whether it was because Seoul said no or whether it was just like a team thing where you can't have meet and greets in the city that
you're not allowed to, unless I think Seoul goes like, oh yeah, you can.
Oh.
So they're monopolizing Seoul, which is their right, but they're also doing a shit job.
Yeah.
It'd be fine if they were like, no, let's just only do it, but also had a lot of meet and greets, didn't cost $240 to maybe get a picture with Fissure. Or, I don't know, maybe you just get a picture with one of the less known players on the team.
You want to get
Maybe
a picture
everyone
with
gets a picture with
Munchkin?
Fitz. Fitz is on everyone's wall now.
Yeah, it's pretty much them going, nobody is allowed to come to Seoul. No other team is allowed to come to Seoul and hold some sort of event here. Also,
But-
real quick, we're not going to hold an event here. Okay, fine, we'll hold an event here. But you better give
No,
us $200.
They didn't even hold it there, though.
Oh, right, it's in Incheon, right?
Yeah.
Dumb.
It's just stupid all around.
Anyway. Bad management. They should figure that out. You're not going to have much more fans if you treat them like trash. That's pretty much the oh no. Okay, we're good. That's pretty much the basis of that.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just gonna do another quick conversion, just to see how much. So the cheapest ticket is $35.
which, by the way, seems somewhat reasonable. But to go see a show match
Mm-hmm.
for two teams and get not good seats and not meet anybody and whatever, that's a little pricey.
Especially when you could go to a contenders match and see, like, I don't know,
Also, how much is it?
Metabellum.
I'm pretty sure that
$6.
Overwatch League tickets are cheaper.
$6 for contenders match. And I think it's-
$6?
Yeah, I think it's 20 for Overwatch League, like
Yeah.
in LA. Now this is all Canadian, so if you convert the contenders prices to American, oh boy, it's $4, less than $4.50. So it's just kind of a yikes all around.
And here's the thing. For less than the price to go to this show match where you don't get the good seats or meet any of the players, for less, you can go see 4 actual Overwatch League matches in the day. Because I'm pretty sure it's a day pass thing.
They are in Korea, but still, it's yeah, it's just a weird value that they're putting on it. Like,
It's
it doesn't.
too much.
It's too much. I don't know.
Anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching and listening to this episode of the Broverwatch podcast. We hope you enjoyed your time here. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the Broverwatch. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I'm a Dumb Cook. You can follow Calder on Twitter at Amos_Calder. You can visit our website at thebroverwatch.com. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Go play some Overwatch. Go have a winter wonderland in Blizzard World. And don't go to the Seoul event.
Oh, wait,
That's
wait,
too
wait,
much money.
One more thing. Preseason plans to start. This is a leak. January 29th. Or 28th.
This just in.
Okay, that's it.
Preseason to start January 28th.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. We appreciate you. Bye-bye. Love you. Bye. Wave Calder. Bye.